We're live. Hi,
Hi,
everybody.
hello.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Actually, I did forget that I put 4:05 on the StreamYard just to give me a little buffer. And thanks for the reminder, Joan. We went past 4 o'clock. Hi, everybody. There's so many people here in the chat already. And I'd like to say hi to Dave Maud and G. Covington. And Carolyn Adams is here. Hi, Carolyn. And AD is here. Twiggy Twinned is here. Hi, Twiggy Twinned. And let me see who's here. T Barb is here. Hi, T Barb. And Mama B. How lovely. Thank you all for joining us. And we have with us today Terry Suzuki from Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. Hi, Terry. And we also have Joan from Wisdom Seeker Joan. Thanks for joining us.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You're welcome. So what I did, I went ahead and put your links in the chat here. And if I could ask some of the moderators to go ahead and share that throughout the broadcast, that would be lovely. I appreciate it. So I love your background, Terry. It's so bright and cheery. And happy spring, right? Happy equinox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and wasn't that kind of exciting?
It's a beautiful day here. How about you? Where you were?
It is. It's not sunny, but it's not raining. So that's a good plus. How's it where you are, Joan?
Well, yesterday I think was first day of spring, and it was a beautiful spring day. And I got out and saw that shoots are coming up in the garden, and it inspired me. I planted seeds for sunflowers. So planting those inside. So it's getting me excited about the new season.
It is a perfect weekend to do that. I too grow sunflowers, and that's the only thing I do grow every year. And I love to watch them. And they bloom the very last week of August. So they certainly teach us patience, right?
I see that Butterfly Kisses Healing is here. Hi there. We couldn't do this without you. And I see a new name I haven't seen before, Flying Without a Broom. That sounds exciting.
Very good. Very good. Hi, thanks for joining us. So we are looking for questions or requests for messages from either your spirit guides, your angels, your loved ones, your pets. If you do want a message from your loved one or pet, we just ask that you include the name and the relationship. It just helps us to connect a little faster. And what we're going to do is I'm going to choose the questions and let you know who I chose so that you can stand by and be able to give us a little feedback. That would be really helpful as well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's going fast. Okay.
I see Ruth and Sharon Sipe as well, and Healer Jules. Hi, everybody. Glad you're here. I was going to tell you a little bit about a message that actually that we got with several of our friends that is just really, really interesting. We were together, and we were, and so this also, I don't know who this is for, but we feel like we should tell it. So we were hanging out together online and hoping that we would read a spirit, and a spirit came by, and it was a young man who had passed away in a car wreck, in an accident. And even though he wasn't related to any of us, he just saw our light and decided to come talk to us. And he was so bright He was so amazing. And he wanted to give us some messages that were really important. And I would have to say that the whole message really centered on perspective. He told us that for him, that his personality, his character, his spirit on earth had no changes when he transferred to the spirit, the world, when he just went to his soul. His soul was still intact. He was still the same. And he really made me feel, well, we'll have to ask Joan and Dean about this too, but he made me feel like he was on an adventure. And one thing that he really wanted us to know was perspective, that we sometimes see our lives or see things happening around us that may feel negative, but from a different perspective, it's not. We learn from every perspective. And Joan, didn't he show us a drone?
Yes, our friend who was having this vision and really had the connection with him was saying that he was very interested in drones. He was a young college-age young man, and I think he had his drone license, and he really enjoyed that. And he said that now on the other side, he loves to go all over the world and still enjoys seeing things from the big, literally zooming out and getting the big picture. And he was sort of trying to get the information to us that even when things seem rough, that if you pull back and see the big picture and know that everything is working out as it should, it's all part of the plan, we're moving toward the ascension, all these wonderful things are coming, and from technology to people getting along better together, and all of that is what I took as him seeing the bigger perspective. And I think that and he said, he was really trying to get the attitude of the experience of spirit and the wider perspective, because he said lots of times people can get downhearted about some of the details of daily life, and just how important it is to zoom back and see the drone level picture of things. And to me, that was especially meaningful because 2 or 3 times over the winter, I live in Minnesota, and you need the hat and the gloves and everything when you go out. And 2 or 3 times I misplaced like my favorite gloves, and they'd be gone for a week. And I thought, I'm kind of an anal person. I usually don't lose things like this. And it really bothered me. But then several days would go by, and I'd come into the room in a different way. And there it was. It was completely obvious. I just needed to have a different perspective. One time I'd been going out the back door all the time, and the next time I came in the front door, oh, there's that neck gaiter that I was looking for. And it was there all the time. It was completely obvious. You just had to look at it in a new way. So that's another way of looking at it. Jean, do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
It was very profound, and it was uplifting and just inspirational for me to know that the soul that we have in our human bodies is continuous throughout the dying process, whatever tragedy may happen for us. There's no interruption. There's no change. There's no trauma. There's no, blip. There is a continuous soul's existence from this side to the other side. That smooth transition that he just described for us was so reassuring. And it was just beautiful. It was beautiful for him, the way that he described it. He was a lovely soul and was really very open with us, sharing many messages. It was fun. It was inspiring. Yeah.
what was amazing is our friend had such a connection with this spirit that Jean actually was kind of able to lead an interview. We interviewed the spirit, and that's where we got so many of these messages and what was important. And it was really phenomenal. It really just was eye-opening.
Yeah.
One of the questions that Jean had asked was about his soul family. And did you ask him, did he worry about his soul family, or where are they while he's doing this? And the interesting thing is while he was talking mainly to our friend, twice he gave messages to others. And I got to see that one where he was like wearing like a t-shirt, like a jerkin, and he pulled his shirt down, and inside his chest I saw the universe. I saw stars and planets, and he said, no, my family's with me all the time in here, just like a universe. I don't have to worry about them at all. And that was just amazing.
Yeah, it was a beautiful experience. Okay, we look like we have several questions to get started with. And what I'd like to do is I'm just going to let you know that I have Mama B is going to be first. And then I have G. Covington and Dave Maud. So if you three could stick around and provide the validation, and please let us know if it's yes or if it's no. Either way, it's fine with us, because sometimes if you have a brother Joe, somebody else may have a brother Joe, or there may be a louder brother Joe, or, it's okay. It just helps us to redirect our focus. So if you could provide feedback, and I'm the one driving, so be patient with me if I don't see your feedback right away. Okay, we're going to start with Mama B. Thank you, Joan, and thank you, Terry, for the commentary. That was very lovely. Well done. How is John? His name is Sagittarius Man, feeling about me. We recently separated.
Okay.
So are you separated in spirit or separated in life?
Good question. Mama B, would you be able to provide that? It sounds to me like he's still in this world.
Yeah, then that would also have been I would probably have to have kind of permission to read his spirit.
Understood, and I respect that. So Mama B, we're gonna need to rephrase the question, or have John give us permission to read his energy online. I appreciate you reminding us that, Terry. Okay, the next one is G. Covington. She would like a message from her grandfather, Ben. Any words for me? And it does take a little bit longer on the very first one when we're reaching on the other side. Grandfather Ben for G. Covington. And moderators, you can let everybody know that we have the questions right now. I appreciate your help.
If you don't mind, I'll go first. I am just getting the message of have fun. Don't waste your time on Earth, because it's, no matter how long you live, the days are limited. So make sure to have some time to set aside some time to play. And what I'm seeing is a grandfatherly man playing catch with a young boy. And I don't know if that's something he did with you, or if it's just something that he's using as a image to get the point across. It doesn't have, you don't have to plan a big party or do something elaborate, but just take some time and enjoy this wonderful world and the people in it. and be in the moment and take pleasure in just simple things like playing catch with your grandson.
He right off the bat was showing me corn, like cobs of corn. And I feel like I'm going to overinterpret it really fast, but I think he's kind of calling my attention to the toil that would be there to grow corn, to use corn, to do all the things. And again, it just harks right back to Joan's message. Don't waste your time. He says, I forgot some of my plan when I came here, and some of my plan was to have more fun, and yet I forgot a little bit and I worked too hard. Please don't you forget. Please remember to take time to enliven your spirit. Take time. It's part of the work is to care for your spirit, to lift your spirit, to have fun with friends and family. Don't forget this. Don't forget it like I did.
I too was picking up on Joan's message when he said to really enjoy the simple things and the soul connection with our loved ones here in this world while we're in this world. Don't worry about the hustle and bustle. Don't worry about making the rent. Don't worry about, getting the nicer car. What is most important is our relationships to one another and how we treat one another, and to hold love in our hearts. And this is a very kind, wise man that understood that like Terry said, the path he may have taken in life was he did feel pressured and pushed away from the important connections, but he did also share that there was more time and more it just seemed it was slower. It seemed like it was slower in his day, that there was more time just to sit around and have a meal together and really enjoy each other's company. Not so many distractions. He said it was a little bit of both, but yeah, it was a good message. So I hope that is helpful for you, G. Covington, for your grandfather, Ben. He seems like a very lovely, gentle soul. He's very, very generous.
I see that G. Covington wrote, yes, he was a hardworking man. So you both got that right.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, Dave is next. And after Dave, I have Lee Reeve. If Lee, you were able to answer my question. So it's Dave Maud and then Lee Reeve. So Dave would like to hear from his brother in spirit. And I asked him while you guys were talking earlier what his brother's name was, and his brother's name is Paul.
Okay.
So Dave Maud. And thanks for bringing twin Twiggy with you. I believe that's her name. She said Dave Maud brought her. Twiggy twinned. Thanks for coming, and thanks, Dave, for bringing her.
Wow, I didn't even get a chance to tap in, and he's already there. He's kind of he's quite a character, and he's showing me a fishing pool, but he's just such a interesting guy. Joan, if you have anything, I'm going to have to tap in a little bit to see more about what he has to say.
I am not getting a real strong connection. I'm just feeling a presence in my solar plexus. About it's active doing things, like you had fun doing things together. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time bringing him in too.
I think, he was a guy that was a little bit opinionated, but not the kind of guy that was opinionated that made you so angry. He was interesting. And he once again, kind of like the last one, is saying, please, take time for yourself, have time to do some of the fun things in life. Some of the fun things in life we did as kids. I keep seeing the fishing pole, and I hope that means something to you, because I'm not sure if he's saying you should go fishing or you should do more outside adventures, but or if he just loved fishing, I don't know. But he sends his love. He says if he were with you right now, he would tell you a tall tale. He would have you laughing. And he loved those times. I would love feedback to find out if he did that a lot.
I got, if you don't mind, I'll jump back in. I got him a little more clearly. I saw him with wearing like a baseball cap and a plaid shirt and khaki shorts, and it looks like he's with a group of people out in the backyard somewhere, and just he's standing up and there's other people sitting around, and he's kind of talking and telling jokes and kind of and kind of keeping the energy up. And he was sort of the life of the party, I get the idea, and that just he enjoyed those times a lot. And wishes you the best and sends love. But it's just the feeling of the camaraderie and the joy of just being yourself among friends and not putting on airs or anything, but just being together in the moment. Jean, did you get anything?
Yeah, I'm getting a very strong heart connection with you, Dave, and he's saying that it's okay that he went before you. It's okay that he lived his life all the way to the fullest. It may not have been the healthiest life, but it was the life that he chose. And he may not have done everything right, but it was the life that he chose. He lived with heart. He lived full throttle. That might mean something to you because I don't use that term, but he definitely just went for it and really experienced life. He loved the richness of and not dollar value, but just the richness with experiences and traveling, and I see him maybe going cross country and going to big venues and just having a really good time with down to earth people. And but he was yeah, just very jovial and always really witty, very quick. And but he's saying, don't don't be sad for me that I left soon, or that I left sooner than you did. He said, this is the path that I chose, and this is the path that um, made me the happiest. He said he wouldn't have been happy, walking the fine line and not stepping on the cracks, or, not crossing some lines and stuff. He said, I did that. He said, so that I could feel the exhilaration. He said, I lived life to the fullest. He sounds really like a really neat guy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave, and thanks, Paul. It takes a little while to get him in, but he comes in.
Yeah.
He is pretty good. All right. Let me
And
just
Dave
see.
gave us some good feedback too
Oh, yeah. What
about
did he say? Let me see.
about going fishing, yes, and being in the backyard, and that his love was motor scooters. So the full throttle really made sense. So thank you. That's really, really kind to let us know that.
Okay, great. Excellent. Yes, true. Telling me go fishing. Had good laughs. Wore a cap outside in the backyard. Excellent. Good. Thank you guys so much for the feedback. It really makes a difference. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so Lee Reeve is next. And this is about her little Joe. He came from an unknown background and he's a sad little dog, but he's here in this world. He's not crossed over. And she just would like a little message or a little insight about, or what would maybe sad little or little Joe might have to a message to tell Lee. So this is a little pet psychic practice, and thanks for the challenge. I haven't done one of these in a while, huh? Especially one in this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Little Joe, unknown background. And Carolyn Adams, you're up next. And then after that is Flying with a Broom.
Do you have anything,
Oh,
Joan?
go ahead. I got him
I'm
fast.
I'm seeing little Joe as being very happy and appreciative right now. And when I ask, what was it like before you came to live with Lee? Just saw him by a chain link fence, and just the feeling of not fear so much as almost depression, of just a lack of hope, and yes, some fear too, but it was just the despondency. And now his life is so different, and he's so appreciative and loves you so much for it. And I saw St. Francis involved with this match too.
Oh. Wow.
Terry?
I also got when you were saying the hopelessness by the chain link fence, I just completely got that completely. But I also have little Joe where I'm kind of petting him, but he's actually, usually I can kind of read him with my hand, but he already jumped ahead. He's showing me that he sometimes has tummy troubles. And the tummy troubles are because of a cookie he likes. It looks to me like an animal cracker, but I don't know. He's just showing me that there's something he likes, and he likes it too much. And he said, please, he's kind of saying, please don't fall for my cuteness and my act. Sometimes I get too many of them and it hurts my stomach. So
Good to know.
whatever you treat you're feeding him, maybe just a little less, even though he wants it a lot.
Well, I got that he was divinely guided and put into your path, and you may have kind of felt this, that you could that you had a really open sense of telepathy with him. And I know that we've talked about this in some of our other readings, that our pets are very open, and they from the angelic realm, and they have their own souls, and it almost feels like that there's a little person in there, but he was sent to you for you to save him. And he was you needed him almost more than he needed you, but it was just a perfect match. And it was a heartfelt healing that happened on his part and on your part. And it's just such a beautiful, um, just a beautiful combination, a beautiful relationship. It's I felt it right away. I'm like, he was sent there. He's gonna his soul came to you. I knew it right away. He's very special little soul, little Joe, sad little dog. Ah, very good, ladies. Thank you. Um, okay, let's see. We said Carolyn Adams is next. After that, I have Flying Without a Broom and Valerie S. is next. So Carolyn Adams would like to hear from her grandmother Ella. She died when she was 9. Okay, grandmother Ella. Thanks for your question, Carolyn.
Well, this is interesting. Well, to me, the first thing I got was the heart chakra lighting up, and then I saw her holding a Valentine for you, and then it kind of switched. She was holding a white card with heart on it, but it turned into a big flag. And all of a sudden, we're off riding a horse in a battle, and the heart is on like a standard or on a flagpole that someone is riding in a battle. They're on a white horse charging forward, and it looks like I think this is still in America, maybe revolutionary times, or I'm not getting a good sense of the when and where. But I think now that she's showing me people holding hands in a circle, and the idea is that we're still all connected to all those who are on the other side, whether you knew them or not. And that soul family, she's saying, our soul family goes way back. And we're all here together and love you. Okay, Ella, so tell me, what's the deal with the heart on the white flag? Surrender to love.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Oh my
Oh gosh, I
gosh.
got chills on that one. I love Ella. That's beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. That was
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well,
It just keeps going on. Excuse me. I'm experiencing my chills, and I'll let you talk. Excuse me.
Wow. Well, I see Ella at the stove, and I see she's a hardworking woman. And it's funny because, I've actually read Ella before, and she's kind of asking me not to waste her time a little. Not in a bad way, but she's kind of like, you listen to that Joan. You listen to that Joan. And she's frying something. And I can't decide if she's telling me you should get into the frying pan or get out of the frying pan. Wow, maybe she's saying both. Get in or get out. Engage or don't engage. She's saying, don't be fearful. Go ahead and move ahead in your gifts. Move ahead with what you really, really want to do. Go ahead. Don't be afraid.
That was really good. I can't top that. You guys really tapped in beautifully. And Joan, do you know Carolyn?
I've read Carolyn once.
Okay. Okay.
But
I was going to say, you nailed it right on the
I don't
It was
remember it so much, so I don't remember if I read about Ella or not.
right, right. No, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
So let's move on. And um, if Indigo Chrysalis, she asked for a message for her mother. I just need her mother's name, but it's a couple down. So the next one we have is Flying with a Without a Broom. And then the next one is Valerie S. So if you could stand by. And the one after that is Sheree, Sheree. So just stand by if you could. Thank you, guys. So, Flying with a Broom, message from my grandmother, please. She was put on a rail car to Siberia by Russians in World War II. Does she have any thoughts about the current war and what we can do? Her name is Teresia. Wow, Teresia. Message from her grandmother, Teresia, Flying Without a Broom. Hmm. What I heard right away is that you get your magic from her, that's where it was sent. That's where you inherited that from her. She said back then it was more common, she said, which is surprising for people to use their spiritual gifts and intuition on a daily basis and not to be afraid of it. And there wasn't so much judgment. They just chalked it up to old women having these special knowings.
She's kind of giving me a knowing that, so when I say she's saying, it's kind of like at first I kind of know, and then I just start talking and she'll kind of keep talking. She's saying that the people, she kind of wants to say the people of the Baltics, the people of the, of the region, not just one place, are so much stronger than we know. They have strength within their souls. They are going, it's kind of like she's saying, they got this, they got this. And this is a problem for that area. It's going to be a problem, but they have such great strength in their souls. They have much love, and she's pointing out to me that this time is a little different. They have much love in their soul. They know that there is other ways. They will do what they can when they can. And I don't think she's talking about one side. There, everybody wants peace, actually. The regular people want peace. And they will get the peace.
She said it was true when you said Baltics because she was Hungarian. I guess that's near Baltics. Wow. That's good.
I'm not getting much this time. I just keep seeing this very delicate, I think it's a gold or a silver. Yeah, it could be a bracelet, an ankle bracelet, or a choker kind of necklace. And it's sort of lacy and in between, and just kind of, it's like a filigree woven lace, but it's very simple and elegant and beautiful. At first I thought it was a charm bracelet, but I don't think it's that. But it just keeps going around and around. And then after a while, then she started showing me the opulence of the wealthy classes, the big gaudy jewels and heavy, heavy gold. And she said, it's something about there's beauty in the simple things. And recognize that in you and recognize that in others. And that's the treasure. And you don't need all the gaudy baubles of this world. That's not going to, in the long run, help you get where you need to go. And then I asked about how does this relate to the current situation? And the impression, she didn't really tell me outright, is that there are people that need to learn that lesson. Look for the gold in all of us, not in outer things. There are still way too many people who are too materialistic and focused on that, and it sifts out into hardship for regular people. Mm-hmm. But more and more of us are learning about the simple beauty and elegance of the treasure that's within us and within others as the most valuable thing.
That was absolutely beautiful, brilliant, beautifully
Thank you,
said, beautifully put. Thank you, Teresia. Wow.
I hope that was meaningful. What a lovely woman.
Really beautiful. That was good. Okay. Thank you very much, Flying with a Broom, for asking your question. And next is Valerie S. May I have a message from my ancestors and or guides? So this would be like our spirit guides. And next up is Cherie. And then, okay. Next up is Cherie. So Valerie S. May I have a message from ancestors and or guides?
Well, I'm not sure exactly who this is from, but they're pulling tarot cards for me. And the first card I saw is the Hermit, but I was being directed toward the lantern that even in dark times, there's light, cleave to the light. And then I saw the Hermit guy kind of shuffling around with his lantern and his staff. And the next card that showed up is the sun, and the joyous, light-filled sun. And I think in the Rider-Waite deck, is there a sunflower in the background there? I think so. On his white horse, and it's the little baby, and everything was joyous and happy and warm. And so it's like, again, it's kind of like what Teresia was saying, cleave to the light, and it will show you the way toward a brighter future. Hang in there.
Yeah.
What did you get, Terry?
Well, when she said, can I have a message from my ancestors or, kind of anybody? Well, everybody just came. So my stage filled up. But these are her ancient ancestors because they don't even have bodies. They're just kind of human shaped. Well, they're like flames, and they're just vibrations of color. And it's really actually pretty overwhelming to see, because there's a whole lot of power in there. And they're basically letting me know that they are always behind you. Wherever you go, if somebody could put on like psychic glasses or mediumship glasses, they would just see this crowd of flaming people. Just, I mean, not real flames, but, you know, the vibrating, colorful people. And they say when you're bothered, when you're feeling bad, when you're feeling distressed, maybe at the circumstances of the world, at your finances, at your circumstances, any way at all, they said, sometimes we just want you, especially, they're showing me a couch, they want you to sit back in the couch, lean back, and just imagine you're leaning back into them, like all these vibrating colors are almost like pillows too, that they are there to support you. They're there. They always have your back. Wow, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But they have your back. They love you. They want you to just rest in their support when you need it.
And if you do need help, to ask. That goes for all of us. That it was also brought to our attention that if we don't ask for help, they are not able um, to interrupt or to, you know, what I can't even think of the word. You know, to intervene in our lives unless we actually ask for help and we pray. And they can only, we have free will, so they can only stand back afar and watch if we're stumbling or having difficulties, or, you know, wondering where they are. They can't come in and help unless we ask. And we can ask through prayer, or we can just ask for, angel, please help me. You can ask for your loved ones to come and help you, or you need assistance, you need guidance, please show me the way. Well, just ask, and then they can step in. And when they step in, they stay closer to you. So that's what I was picking up from that, Terry. I'm not sure if that was where you were going at all, but that's.
It is, but I'm also seeing her. Oh, it's so funny. You know how our body language changes when, especially women, we want to take up less space. And they're showing me her having to walk down a hall. And I feel like this is an important hall, like at court or a hospital or a school, or she's having to go do something very important. And they're like, walk like you have our crowd behind you. Take up
Oh.
more space. Walk like we're always with you. Like you have a posse. Wow, I've never used the word posse before. I think that says something to you, but they are there, man. They are there.
That's really good. And Joan, you were spot on. She said that her main guide is Eldest, and he looks like the Hermit card.
Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you. That really means a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very much for the feedback, everybody. That was really good. That was fun. We have next is Cherie, and she said, "Hi, ladies. Thank you for sharing your gifts. Are there any messages from my mom and or dad, Marie and JD?" So it's Cherie, a message from her mom, Marie, or her dad, JD.
They're showing me you as a jewel, like a deep green emerald. And they're like, if you only knew how much of a jewel you are, you could conquer the world. If you only knew what absolutely a jewel you are, you can do whatever you want. And they also say that they're sorry they didn't recognize what a jewel you were while they were on Earth with you. But they have kind of a message to all of us. We're all jewels. We're all jewels, and we need to give ourselves a break. Take care of ourselves a little bit, in that don't beat ourselves up so much. Just remember we're of immense value here. All of our paths are very important and connected. They're kind of bringing me back to our reading with Jeffrey, the connections, the different view. When you're feeling down, take a different view. Go in the other door, like Joan said. I'm done.
Okay. I'm at first I tuned in and JD said, I want to talk to my little girl. And then he didn't say anything. He sent me pictures of farm animals. And there was a goat, there was a pig, and then there were these two horses. And one of them is a very spunky horse. One's kind of like a buckskin, and the other one is a palomino. I think it's like a pinto, and it is very spunky. And I'm seeing him from behind, and he's kicking out. And so, okay, I just need to talk through with JD. What's the message here for Cherie? You gotta, you have to show them who's in charge. At least with that spunky pony. You can create harmony among all these different animals, but they still need to, and they can still have their own free will and do what they like, but you have to set some limits. And yes, I see you going out and giving them oats and all of that, but there's rules if you're going to live on my farm. I don't know if this means anything to you, but that's what JD and the animal said to me.
Wow. Sorry, I was looking for the feedback. What I was picking up, Cherie, is that they were your cheerleaders on the other side, saying, keep going, you got this, keep going, you got this, you're doing great. And that they were together, that they were with family. And it's the support system again. To find that solar plexus, like Joan said with the horse, but they're showing me your solar plexus, the I am, the, identity, be strong, believe in yourself, and don't let what other people say knock you down. Just keep your eye on the goal. And that you're doing good, you're doing well, you're on the right path. Don't get discouraged. Don't let things push you around like in the wind. Be strong and and you can get through this. And this is just life, day to day, traffic, job, whatever it is. It's just the everyday that tends to uh, you know, knock us down a little bit from day to day. And they're saying you're doing a great job. You almost feel like, I don't know if you're the eldest of the family, but you feel like you have a lot of responsibility. And you're just wondering if you're doing the right thing and if you are um, making the right decisions. When you have your parents, uh, or there's any other older siblings, if you have family members that have passed and you are the oldest one, it kind of falls on you to be like a matriarch. And that's what they're saying. Don't just trust in yourself. Stay focused on your solar plexus, and you're doing a great job. They're supporting you, but I'm getting this feeling of a lot of responsibility that you are feeling. And they're saying don't sweat the small stuff. So if you don't get up on time, or if you didn't get in on time, or something happened and you didn't, don't worry about it. It's in the big picture. You're doing great. Like, give yourself a break. Be kind to yourself. They're lovely, lovely people. Lovely people, Cherie.
We are.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much for your question. I wasn't sure I'd had that much, but yeah.
Oh, this is
Good.
great. She said, my dad had a farm and I had 2 horses.
Joan. This is going to be the Joan show moving forward.
Yeah, I saw that pig right away and I thought, I'm not going to tell her anything about a pig. That could be taken the wrong way. And then the other animals started showing up.
Thank you so much, Cherie, for your question. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. So we do have one more question, but before we get to the next question, I just wanted to let me take that banner off. I just wanted to remind everybody that Terry Suzuki is taking readings. She does do readings, and her YouTube channel. We've been putting that in the chat, or the moderators have been putting the link into the chat. Please go over to Terry's channel. It's Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. And if you want to just show Terry some support and go over there and subscribe to her channel, that'd be great. And her link for her readings is also on her YouTube channel. And also, Joan, Wisdom Seeker Joan, now has a YouTube channel. And I did put that link in there, and the moderators have been putting it in there for us from time to time. Please do go over. Joan has just started her channel. She's just beginning, and it would be wonderful for you to go over and show her some support. I mean, she is carrying the show tonight, right? What an amazing, amazing talent.
Thank you.
And so we want to see a lot more from her. And so go over to her channel and subscribe, please. And we'll be moving in with some more videos over there. And Joan, actually, she may not be practicing for very much longer. She's calling it practice, but it's just to get the experience of the readings under her belt. So she is offering free readings right now. And can they get that link on your YouTube channel?
Yes. If you look in the banner at the top, it says book a reading. And I'm taking free readings through April. And yes, it's practice, but it's also, I'm retired and I've always loved this kind of thing. And to me, it feels like instead of doing volunteer work, I used to do volunteer work before COVID. So this is my volunteer gig now. So, and I think going forward, I'll have to see after April how that all works out. But at least through April, I want to continue doing free readings. And it's just been such a blessing. And I know there's lots of people in the chat who I've read for. And I just wanted to say that overall, the whole experience for me has been profound respect and really reverence for the human condition, that people have opened up their lives and allowed me to take a peek in. And it just makes me feel like, wow, being human being that brave to come down as a soul and experience what we all experience, all the challenges and everything. We're doing a good job. It's just, humans are pretty amazing. And I know that they're all on the other side cheering us on because they've been here and recognized how hard it can be sometimes. But it's just really being able to meet people and understand this a little more has been really a profound thing for me. So thank you.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you. Terry, did you want to say anything before we move on to the last question? Do you want to? It's okay. I caught you off guard. Sorry.
I actually wrote down some things to talk about, but it seems inappropriate now. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. But and Terry, you are also taking appointments for readings, and Terry's readings are a little bit different in the sense that she takes you on a journey. That's what the spiritual journey is in her title means, and it's very magical, and it has heartwarming, revealing type of messages that come through, and it's an adventure. It's really an experience. It's a beautiful experience. It's something that nobody else does. Is She's the only one I know that provides readings in this style, in this manner, and it's her unique gift. And so definitely go over and check out and schedule with Terry Suzuki for sure. All right, so we're going to go for the last question, and it's a little bit of a challenge, but I know you girls are up for it. And the last question is from Indigo Chrysalis Tarot. She wants to know if Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus, has a message for her regarding her accident on Friday. So we can, and if you want to do Mother Mary like a general message, we can do that. But that is amazing, and I'd like to see if we can tap in. I'm getting that you had divine protection.
Got the very same thing.
That you call and you speak to, and that you include these higher ascended beings and ascended masters. You incorporate them in your everyday life, and this is beneficial for you.
It's only part of the message, but she took me up like I was a drone and looking down. And she's showing me that, yes, you had divine protection here. It would have been much worse. But that there was an angel that somehow diverted either a car or a thing or something. And she wants you to practice being very grateful. She's telling me grace. Gratefulness contains grace. And grace has so much power to heal you, to heal others. And she's saying, rest in that gratefulness so that you can release the grace to work in your life.
beautiful. Right away, I got massive chills, and it's sort of like going to a level I don't frequent on this elevator very often. But then it was a feeling of warmth, and I could just hear her saying, "Dear one, I'm with you always. I'm with all of you. You're my children." And gosh, I'm getting teary. And then she was showing me images of human suffering and saying, through it all, know that I'm with you, and that suffering isn't the meaning of life. It's the rising above, but it's the contrast. We're all in human form, as I did with my son, experience hardship and heartache. But we wouldn't know the joys, experience the joys, unless we'd had the experience of the pain too. So just expand your heart and know that we're with you. Know that this is temporary. And we'll be there and lead you through. And that's what I got.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Joan. Mother Mary is just saying that while she is well known, while she is very powerful, she is our sister. She is our equal. We are all very powerful. We are all very capable of the great love, the great compassion, the great wisdom, the grace, the gratitude that she has, that she possesses, that she shares, that she teaches. It's all inside of us, each and every one of us. And she wants us to find this and to cultivate and to allow it to bloom. This is her message to spread across humanity. Thank you very, very much, Indigo Chrysalis Tarot. I can't say her name very well. That was really a great last question. I am so very happy and grateful for everybody being here. I just want to say a few hellos for people who are here. I see Holly Duchesne is here. Vivienne, thank you very much for helping out with the being moderators. Robin Siskin is here. Healer Jules is here. And Gypsy JJ is here. Ron Unconditional Love, you're the best. Thanks for being here. Sharon Sipe. And thank you for coming, Twiggy Twinned. I hope you enjoyed it. And Dave Maud, I saw a couple of people saying that they booked readings with you, Joan, and they subbed to both of your channels. Thank you very much. We all collaborate together. This is one big community, and we love to share our gifts with you. And we love all of your support and your time for being here. Lee Reeve is here. Sharon Wells is here. I just thank you, everybody, for giving or for posting your questions and for giving us your feedback. And once again, Pierrette White is here. She just showed up. So I just once again would like to thank Terry Suzuki from Kigaru Spiritual Journeys and Wisdom Seeker Joan. Let me just see if I pasted paste. Yeah, there's the channels one more time. And so I just wanted to say, have a wonderful evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.